Good morning, sunshines.
Hello.
Hello.
We are back.
Is Thomas also back?
Hello.
Back as
Can
a
you hear me,
host.
guys?
Yes,
But we
you
can
left us.
see him, right?
What do you say?
You left us, Thomas.
Just 1 second.
You were scared
Cannot see him
already. Too much tension. Too much. The tension is too.
go.
Only 20 minutes to go.
You scared them, Pascal.
He took some calming pills. Where is
see his screen, but I can see Thomas.
it's strange we all
Sorry,
hear
guys,
each other.
the Zoom just crashed, so the stream and the Zoom just stopped. I'm working on the sound because I still can't hear the Zoom conversation. Just bear with me.
What happens in the Zoom stays in the Zoom, eh?
OMG.
And Raoul, what do you think about gold?
I'm not thinking. It's a weekend for me now.
Okay.
I've just closed my last position for NFP. I wanted to keep it open because it hadn't hit final TP, but you know, profit is profit, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And we can get a bit too greedy, can't we?
Just curiosity. The same date last year, January, gold plunged.
Down.
Plunged to 1700, and then 1700, and then I thought. Although I did buy this morning, I closed it. I closed that obviously. I bought this morning. Closed it for profit. 1720.
This is a
Is anyone in any open trades or?
The tricky part is if the price drops so fast, then you can't do anything. You know, unless you have time to meet him, then at least you can do some transaction.
No.
And welcome back. Apologies for that. My computer just crashed. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Perfect. Can you see my screen?
What did you say?
Awesome.
Nice to see you back.
Yeah, this never happened before, but suddenly it wasn't a blue death. It was a green screen. I was like, what the hell is going on? Just right before the NFP stream.
Did you pay your bill to Ross?
I did, yeah. I have no idea what was it, but it wasn't nice. Okay, let me just quickly do a few things. Zoom window. please mute your mic if you're not speaking, or if you're sneezing, or if you're in the toilet.
That's called sharing, Thomas.
Yeah, a few things I don't want to know about.
In the Alpha family, we share everything.
Thomas, sorry, just now I didn't realize my mic was on. So I think you muted my mic, right? Thank you, Thomas.
Yes, I did. So polite, thanking me for muting him. It's unbelievable. He's a good man. Right.
Thomas, question. What is the possibilities of the history of repeating itself on 7th of January last year?
Do you remember what was last year's on 7th of January?
Yeah, gold plunged. I think, if not mistaken, to 1720, I guess.
Mm-hmm. And can you make a logical conclusion that is it like a legit seasonality analysis that on one particular day, 7th of January 2000 and so actually start with what is the difference between last year 7th of January and today?
We have more inflation.
We're
Yes.
older.
Very good. Yes, we are older. That's a very, very good point.
We are in the same COVID situation.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Monetary policy? Anyone? Fed is really hawkish. Why I cannot show the floating window of the Zoom? Anyway, so during the first stream when I started the YouTube stream, my OBS just collapsed, so I have to reset every single setting. If you guys in the YouTube stream, could you give me feedback that you can hear me and see me and hear the Zoom conversation as well?
I don't know if you think it's more like tambay gas more.
Okay, anyway, I'll leave the settings. I'm just going to focus on the gold analysis. So who has open position from yesterday?
Nope, closed everything.
Good, very, very good.
I closed gold too.
I've learned my lesson.
Which is?
Don't get too greedy.
Indeed.
The only reason they keep it up for NFP is, oh, what if it goes my way? Then I'll make loads of money. But
Yeah.
I've hit a weekly target, so I'd be more upset if I lost the money than didn't make the profit. So
Absolutely. It's, you know, I don't advise anyone to trade during NFP if you don't know what you're doing. Yes, there are very good, very profitable opportunities, but, you know, because the volatility is huge during this short period of time. It's absolutely amazing how much gold can fluctuate. So I still expect the same today. I expect to go up at least about, you know, 60 to 100 pips whiplash, which equals to about $8, but even more, closing out many of the weak-handed traders who trade on a really tight stop loss, or they over leveraging the account. That's why I recommend, if you don't know what you're doing, don't trade during NFP. It's bad. It's bad for your health, bad for your account.
Last time, I think the first 20 minutes was going all the time up, down, up, down, up, down, before it took its course.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's exactly because there's so many speculative positions, algorithms, speculators are trading on NFP. There is volatility, and when the market settled, when the storm is over, then gold continues its way to the original direction. And the question is, do you want to get caught in the shitstorm? Absolutely not.
Excuse me, Thomas, why you're not sharing your screen?
I am sharing, or is it in the Zoom? Yeah, because my Zoom has crashed.
Yeah.
Yeah, now I'm sharing.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Okay, that was the issue with... No.
9 minutes.
Right, okay. Finally, my stream is back to normal. Pascal is on YouTube now. Everyone can see your beautiful face. Okay, so what do you guys expect on the data? Let's have a look. Let's have a look in the previous NFP numbers. So if you remember, or if you're familiar with this chart, I do follow NFP. So I record every NFP on the chart to see what was the effect, what was the result, how gold responded. Now, on the chart you can see that there is no clear-cut correlation between NFP and gold. The reason is because on the screen you see 2021, and 2021 each month the Fed has changed its stance considering the monetary policy, because they were waiting for more labor market data, inflation data, and they wanted to have more data about the overall US economy before they come out with swift statement that yes, we are going to increase the interest rate, or we are going to start tapering. And that's why you had this non-correlation on the chart. NFP itself is meaningless in terms of gold, because gold is not driven by NFP number. Gold is driven by monetary policy, which is driven or derived from NFP, because the non-farm payroll, or how many jobs have been created outside the non-farming or outside agriculture, it's a really important number, and tells how healthy is the US economy. The more jobs being created, the more the workers get paid, the more money they spend on cheap Chinese goods in the US. But anyway, so the more they spend, the more they push up the inflation, and the economies start to grow. When the economy is growing, the economies start to overheat with inflation, with all sort of economic things. And this is why it's important that the Fed is closely monitoring these economic indicators, because that signals the health of the US economy. And if they feel that the economy is overheating, they're going to step in and they're going to increase the interest rate to reduce the money supply. If they reduce the money supply, then they're going to play with the investors and the savers. So, for example, if there's a financial crisis, they're reducing the interest rate, and kind of like motivating people, depositors in the banks, to, you know, take out the money and take it somewhere else where you have higher yields, higher income. That's how they're trying to create more money in the economy. So they're motivating people to spend. When there is an overheating economy, they're increasing the interest rate, so they trying to motivate people to save more, to take back the money to the bank account. Now, currently, it's not going to work because we have high inflation, and the real yield is negative, meaning that if you look at the interest rate you get in the banks of 2%, 3% annually, if you look at the inflation of 5%, 3 minus 5, it's minus 2. So your money is inflated away. But anyway, going back to NFP, if you look at the data last month, what was the number? So the forecast was 550,000 jobs being created, and the actual was 210,000. Many reasons were, Jalal, mute your microphone or I'm going to kick you out. So many reasons why the number of jobs were less than expected. People were afraid to go back to work. Also, they didn't want to go back to work because they found, you know, better paying jobs, or they still enjoyed the unemployment benefits or the stimulus check, or they couldn't take the kids into care, so they couldn't sort out who's going to stay with the kids. Now this month you see that the forecast is 400,000. Now because the previous month was 210,000, I'm expecting a better than expected reading today for various reasons. The biggest one is because the NFP today is for the labor market data from December. December is historically a really good month because, you know, seasonality, Christmas, many temporary workers are being hired, you know, shelf fillers, retail shops hiring more people, warehouse workers. So there's more temporary jobs that are being created. So it's kind of like an artificial pump to the job sector, to the jobs market. So I'm expecting a much better reading. Now, how you should trade NFP? Given the current monetary policy, which you know, is really hawkish, if the NFP data is worse than expected, I would advise, well, I wouldn't advise, but should I say it or not? So if NFP data is worse than expected, I would expect gold to go up. If the NFP data is better than expected now, then the opposite, which gold should go down. But please wait, because this month I'm not sure how gold is going to react to the positive news. And we have about 3 minutes to the NFP data release. So I'm gonna go back to my main chart. Let's see. Okay, any questions, guys, in the Zoom?
We have 3 minutes.
Well done.
Thomas, what would be the right time frame for you to observe NFP result?
The right time frame. I'm looking at the 4 hour now, but I'm not trading today on NFP because I'm not really sure about what's going to happen. I have a pretty clear vision of what's going to happen, but I shared it in the analysis for the members in the Telegram group. Okay, let's have a look how many people we have in the Zoom. And we have, how many minutes we have, Pascal?
We have 1 minute. Is somebody to the news?
42 seconds.
We're going to have a drum roll soon.
Hello, Raul.
Yes, hi man.
How are you?
30 seconds, Pascal. I want to hear it on the second, please.
Well, you're gonna put 10 lots on.
Yeah, 20 lots.
No.
Your life savings.
Yeah.
I'm only going low risk, just 10 lots.
Okay. Who knows what's this?
Here we go.
Jota.
So we're going down.
Down, down, down.
Who knows the result already? Because it should be out.
The first non-farmer
Shit,
payroll.
it's worse than
is
expected.
red. Yep.
Not good.
Wow.
99.
That is a big surprise because, you know, everyone was expecting December is going to be really good exactly because so many people got part-time jobs in retail. That is a big surprise. Let's see how the market is going to react to this news. Just for your information, I'm not taking any position absolutely at all on this data.
The non-farmer payrolls private is also negative.
Is a big surprise. Who's taking positions?
Not me.
Just for a laugh.
I took sell in 94.
Why did you take sell?
I don't know. I just.
What did I tell you?
Oh no, it's going up.
Did you read my analysis in the chat in Telegram?
Yes, you said 802, 803, I think. You will be pulled back to 803.
Yeah, but did you read the memo?
No, I think no. I was busy. I just came I just came online just for now. That's why.
Unemployment rate is green. It's lower, 3.9. So we have a little bit mixed. 2 red, 1 green.
Do you remember last month? It was exactly the same. Unemployment was low, and the new jobs created was also low. So it was mixed, and the market was just really, really crap on an FP day.
I wanted to push down to 1760 or 1720.
That was it, NFP.
How disappointing.
Yeah.
You mean you're saying that NFP result is out and that's the result? That's the impact?
Yes. Because many people have no idea. Many people and many traders don't know what to do with this news, but you know, it's really mixed. So best to stay out of the market when you have mixed data. So we're streaming today, but I'm only going to just observe the market. How is it going to react?
Plus, Damas, I think everybody took your advice. They stay out of the market.
Yeah, I mean, during normal market hours, it's much easier to trade than you know, in such volatile events like the NFP. Like we can go back historically, and you can check the 15-minute, the 30-minute chart about what happened with NFP and how volatile the market was. it doesn't worth to trade. You can scalp, but the problem is many people don't know how to scalp, and that's when they're burning their accounts because they're over leveraging.
Or they keep entering, they keep averaging.
That's averaging is just such a bullshit. I don't know who came up with that.
I don't understand it.
It's basically averaging into losses. It's only the traders who, you know, the fake Instagram gurus who say that I'm averaging in. No, you're just adding more losses to your already losing positions because you don't want to look like a fool. So they came up with averaging so they can explain themselves why they're losing money.
Isn't that strategy what's it called, martingale? Isn't that a bit like averaging?
No idea.
A lot of prop firms ban, you know, that's kind of your hedging. It's different. But yeah, a lot of people say averaging, but for me, you should have a predefined exit, at least stop loss, where your ideas are validated. What do I know?
Yasir, mute your mic, please, if you're not talking. Thanks. Okay. Right. What's the plan for the weekend?
Son's birthday, Sunday.
Pascal, what's NFT?
How is what?
How do you feel about this NFT?
Yeah, it's what you see now is
Disappointed.
But last time was also that way. Went up, down, went up, went down. So the first 3-4 candles you have to wait. Now it's going down. But normally, you know, if they are in the long term, I'm talking them. If the rate hikes, the rate go up, is not that good for companies and all that, because their loans will get, they will have to pay more. So that could lead to potential that they fire people because they have to pay more, and investors wants to see their money, so they will have to cut somewhere to make sure that investors get their money, and not good for governments either, because their debts growing bigger. So that means in the long term gold will go up. We'll see. Now it goes down.
Did you give her a script, Thomas?
Pardon?
Did you give her a script?
No, she studied. She done his she done her homework, and
right, great.
Yeah.
Pascal.
But
Thomas is in a protege.
I didn't hear. I didn't understand. I tried to learn as much as I can.
It was impressive.
Every day I learn. I have my best friend who is he doesn't trade. He's only in commodities. Raoul, aandelen. Is that commodities or bonds?
Stock.
Ah, stock. Okay, neither of two. In the stock market, and he reads a lot. So he explains me every time when big news. I ask him to sit beside me to be the translator. I say, because sometimes on Bloomberg it's so fast that they are talking and I don't understand a clue of what they're saying. So then I always say, is it good for gold? Is it bad for gold? Then I have the father of my daughter who has a bank, so he knows also many things.
He has a bank.
Yeah.
She means a couch.
Oh. That's great, huh? How you guys doing?
Hey, Alban, my friend.
I just
What's
got
cracking?
on.
How are you?
Nothing, I was just, yeah, no. Good. How you guys doing?
Dr.
How do you feel
Alban.
about this event? You're always breaking lows now.
Yeah. 70.82. We have the 61.80 Fibonacci.
Yeah.
could possibly go there and reverse, or we go lower. Then we have confluence with the 38 and the 78%, and that's around 70.69. And otherwise it goes further, it jumps more. We'll see.
I think you see in the clear direction after 15 minutes, they have to digest and put their orders.
But it's good, the lower it gets, the better entry we have for the buy.
Yeah, hope they started early today.
Because at this moment I see the bottom at 1674. So the lower it gets, the more leverage you can take. It's always a risk, because we're never sure 1678 will hold, but so far it did.
Steph, what did your glass ball say?
I want to see it drop to 1700.
Yeah. Remember that in the analysis chat I wrote that if NFP is worse than expected, then gold should go up. But because we had the unemployment, it was kind of really mixed, messing up things. So exactly the same thing happened as last time. That we didn't have that kind of waiting and indecisiveness like last time. Now it's clearly continuing into the same direction as since gold broke the channel on the H4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Mine is just got. I hit the TP on 84.
Mm-hmm.
That's done for the. I guess.
Well, I think we will get another push after a pullback.
Or we go up.
Well, I think we can draw a trend line from 1830, and this was the second touch to the trend line, and I think we will need the third touch too. So I think one more push to downside we can expect.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's retesting the flag.
We'll see.
Thomas, do you never go to the 5 minute or the 1 minute when news is breaking out to see a little bit faster what's happening than on the hourly?
No.
And your reason?
I don't go down to lower time frames, it's just too much noise. There's no point.
We have very strong bearish candle at 5 minutes. Now the bullish candle is making its way up.
Indeed. You know, because we had really mixed number, exactly as Raul explained. You can see that we had the, where is it? Actually, I need to refresh it. But the non-farm payroll was worse than expected, which is a shocking number. Unemployment rate, on the other hand, is much better. And the thing is that the Fed is working towards full employment, so that's the #1 goal, and inflation for the Fed. And this is why you see this indecisiveness. People just can't make any logical judgment of where's the market gonna go. So it made a high, made a low, and now it's returned exactly to where it started.
You should keep that in mind for next time. So we know the first wave, then the second wave we do the opposite, and the third wave we do the opposite. Voila. Last NFP was the same, and then it went up eventually. And then it was silent.
Yeah.
We're all listening to you, Pascal.
You can talk.
You the honor.
This NFP is a good indication. Just finish it by here. It's done.
Is there anyone trading at this moment?
Nope.
No.
Everybody had a good week?
Well, in my opinion, this type of high impact news are just like gaps. They fill the gaps and they continue the original trend direction.
What do you mean exactly?
What I mean, wherever it goes with the high impact news, and then it reverses to the original trend direction. Like if the news was up for gold, but the direction is down for gold, so it goes up a little bit, but then it continues downside. I think no one understood what I said.
Yes, we are very attention listening.
Up and down.
We understand saying that the market respects the trend, even though the NFP impacts. So eventually, the market comes back to the trend.
Yeah, exactly.
How is it that the percentage of unemployment has come down, but the number of people employed has also come down?
Yeah.
How does that make sense?
It's confusing, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's why you see this indecisiveness in the market, exactly as last month.
Maybe a lot of people have left the US, a lot of people have passed away. No, I don't know.
You know that the jobs, the non-farm payroll, which is the new jobs being created, that they aren't actually new jobs being created. These are the jobs which were become not obsolete, but during the pandemic, these jobs had to be ended and stopped because retail sector, restaurants closed down. Now just reopening or reopened, and now they're filling up the same positions. So these jobs aren't actually new jobs being created. These are existing jobs being filled.
And also because it's over Christmas time, there's probably some additional ones due to the Christmas period.
That was my explanation or my reasoning, but you can see that if you look at the economic calendar, I was expecting, because this non-farm payroll is the number of jobs being created in December, and historically December is a really good seasonality month where new jobs are being created because so many temporary workers are being hired. You know, people who fill up the shelves, warehouse workers, waitresses, etc. So these lower paid temporary jobs. But if you look at the number, it's really disappointing.
Do you know how they define jobs? I'm assuming they don't take into account the gig economy work, which is obviously as increasing and has been for the last year or so.
It depends if they report it to the tax office. They have to be accounted as a job. But you know, even with the jobs data, they fiddle a lot because Churches said once, the only statistics I believe is the one which I counterfeited or faked. And in the European Union, they cheat with the jobs number. Like, you know, when people go on unemployment benefit, they are out from the labor force, so they count as unemployed. And then the council sends them to a 1 hour, how to say, a 1 hour learning session, for example, IT or some shitty thing. And as soon as they enter into education, they're not counted as unemployed anymore. So this is one way to fiddle with unemployment numbers. So council just sending all the unemployed people to workshops for 1 or 2 hours, and then for the next I don't know how many months they're not unemployed on paper.
I think next week will be more important for gold as we have CPI.
We love CPI, don't we?
Next week is always the second week.
We love it. That was.
Pardon?
We love it.
Yeah, it's easier to trade than NFP.
Exactly.
Sunday Zooms.
We don't do NFP anymore. We only do CPI.
CPI gang.
Yeah.
Anyway, guys, I have so much things to do. So have a good day. Enjoy your weekends, guys. See you
Cheers,
outside
Ahmed.
Sunday.
Have a good
Bye.
weekend. See you on Sunday in the Zoom.
Hopefully. Bye. Bye.
Bye bye. It's really, really boring. Let's have a look what happened last time on not CPI, NFP data.
The same, and then it went up.
3rd of December. Ucika. Yes, somewhere around here we had so even you see last time when we had a worse than expected NFP data, but better than expected unemployment data, gold shoot up and then moved sideways. And now it's doing nothing.
Yeah, for gold, it will consolidate on this area. Till next week, we will find a movement. Because it dropped down, but we have the weekly resistance is holding it back. It's not allowing it to fall. So I believe that it will just go sideways for now until next week.
Yeah, that's one possible scenario.
Because you have You have this big doji, almost a doji.
Yeah, but remember that we have an FOMC member speaking. I think Dali. Yes, he's a voting member, so you know it could surprise the markets if he says something unexpected, or if he becomes like really hawkish.
Thomas, can you check on JPY? I'm thinking of a sale, but I'm not clear on the analysis.
Just 1 second, I'm updating some comments in the analysis chat.
Take your time.
Okay, which one did you say? USD Japanese yen?
Yes.
Ooh.
British, no, British pound, Japanese yen.
Oh, GBP Japanese yen.
And
yeah, I can't really make anything out of this. On GU, on the other hand, if you look back the analysis telegram, we're expecting a drop shortly, because if I go on the H4 time frame or the H8 or the daily, you can see that we had this really nice bearish descending channel, and so far every time gold tapped into this channel, it respected very, very nicely. We traded this one all the way from the bottom to the top, and now waiting for a reversal, but we're not jumping into sells yet because we need market structure break first.
so this is a potential trade. This is still valid, not yet.
No, it is valid. It's valid, but you know, because we have the top of the channel, and also the top of the channel lines up with the 78,600 Fibonacci, so there is always a possibility that price is just going to wake up and then melt. So in order to have a conservative entry, conservative approach, and safe, we just need to wait the break of the market structure and then the retest, and that is always the safe way to enter. There's no need to rush.
Okay. And USD Japanese yen. Still waiting for a break.
Yep.
You waiting for an update?
No, for to break the trend.
Oh yeah, but I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon. Now remember that if the Fed raises interest rate based on the interest rate parity theory, they're going to be ahead every other country, major developed countries, because some of the less developed, they already raised interest rate, but we're talking about major developed countries, so they're going to be ahead of these countries, offering higher yield, higher interest rate, meaning that investors are going to flee to these you know, US government bonds and you know, the higher yield assets, which are safer than many others in the market. Which means, for example, a Japanese trader or a European trader or investor, what do they have to do if they want to invest in US assets?
Put more money. Put more money
Yeah.
to the economy.
Yeah, but they have Japanese yen and euro. What do they have to do with the what do they have to do in order to buy US assets? They need to exchange.
Need to exchange currency.
Yeah, yeah. So if they need to
Okay,
exchange
okay.
currency, if they want to buy US government bonds, a European trader and a Japanese trader want to buy US government bond, they need to exchange the money, because most likely their account is in Japanese yen and euros, so they need to exchange money. And also because there's going to be an increased interest, an increased demand for the US assets, and because the foreign traders need to exchange money, that's going to have a positive effect on the dollar. So for this reason, I don't see USD Japanese yen reversal anytime soon. And this,
I think it will just go up because the Japanese yen is just weak. You can see the JXY. Last 2 days, it had a very massive drop, and it didn't rebound since then. So I believe that it's still gonna go down because it just crossed the weekly resistance on the Japanese yen currency. So I believe it's still going down, and the dollar is just going up.
yeah, absolutely.
So in this case, it's better we buy USD Japanese yen.
What do you think?
I think that it's just gonna go even with Japanese GPB and Japanese yen, because last month it tested the 158 level. It touched it and it just went down, and this time there's a potential that will cross it.
Yeah, it is
But
possible.
everyone wants to sell on that level, but the clear picture people don't know because it's just going, it's just pushing.
Yeah, I think USD Japanese yen has way much more upside potential. I mean, it's already, look at this bull run. Yeah, it's going up really nicely, and it has more upside potential exactly because of the reasons we talked about. So GBP USD. Someone just asked me to go back to the GU.
It respected nicely the pivot, Thomas.
Indeed.
Doing
Raul's favorite famous pivot points. The problem is this mixed data is not very good.
Oh.
Did you buy the lakeside house at the end?
Yes.
Is it all settled?
I got a mail today from a lawyer that I can. She needs a little bit of information, but I can come and sign the papers.
Mm-hmm.
Everything is ready.
Good.
If I can pay the first part.
A few trades and you can.
No, I'm already traded my first payment. Only on Monday.
Only on Monday. Wow.
You know, the bills for her
Yeah.
at 1400, and I'm trading quite conservative, I have to say, because I don't like the market yet. The
I
same
think
last
this
last
week,
month.
this last month was, I hated last month, but this week is actually pretty good. I think it was Shaiz who just messaged me today. He was in drawdown in FTMO. Yeah, Shaiz. And he was in a drawdown.
But recovered to this
Yeah,
week.
and up 3%.
That's good. The trades I didn't risk more than 0.25, 0.2.5% per trade.
Yeah, it's much easier when you respecting risk, and obviously you need a big capital, a larger capital account to have reasonable profits. But when you risking 1 or 2%, trading becomes much easier.
Yeah.
Pascal, are you still there?
She fell asleep.
Yes, I'm listening to Bloomberg. What they are saying about the numbers.
I think gold is consolidating already.
So far, they said that it will be very difficult for the Fed to make a U-turn, and that they will have to do the rate hike to put down the inflation. How do you say that? To lower the inflation?
Reduce.
Reduce.
To hammer, to slap down.
Yeah. I was yesterday with my daughter. I was talking German, but that was German with Dutch and English. It was very funny.
That's not allowed here in this house. Just a joke. If there are German people in the group.
It was about trading. I said, if you see the line, dan müssen Sie. I don't know if anybody speaks
Sprechen Sie Deutsch?
Ein bisschen.
Ich habe in Deutschland ein bisschen aus Schule. Ich verstehe ein oder zwei Worte.
Ich sage zu my daughter, I was talking like this. Wenn Sie sehen das Line in die Candle goes above, dann müssen Sie kaufen. If nicht, dann Sie müssen verkaufen.
Now we need a translator.
Yeah, Thomas, can you translate? Or Raul?
I can only swear doms. I can only swear in German.
I know how to say bratwurst, but
Bratwurst.
there's a funny video. Do you know how the French say butterfly? Papillon. Papillon? Yeah, and how does the Spanish? Spanish, what's the butterfly for Spanish?
I don't know.
No.
It's something similar.
Español.
No habla español. No Pablo. Anyway, so it's something similar. The British says butterfly, the French says papillon, and what does the French say, or the Germans say? Schmetterling.
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 And do you know what's funny? The ambulance in German. Krankenwagen.
Yeah.
The hospital is Krankenhaus.
Krankenhaus.
Sounds good, isn't it?
Jawohl.
Oh, Christian, you're German, don't you?
I live in Germany. but
Ah,
I'm
where are
not
you from? You Bulgarian?
Yes, I'm from Bulgaria.
Ah, nice. And you speak German?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, obviously you live in Germany. You must speak German.
Yes.
Are you calling the whole day Arschloch, Radfahrer, or that kind of words? Not.
Sometimes.
What's that?
Asshole, and that kind of thing.
There's I saw many years ago a documentary, and there were young children, and one word they learned as no, there's a movie from that. It was very funny with Robert De Niro, and his first word that he said is asshole. Meet the parents, or what is it? That it was very fun.
I've got the in the YouTube chat someone just said what's the butterfly in Spanish? It's mariposa. In French it's papillon. British butterfly. German Schmetterling. It's a beautiful language.
In Dutch, vlinder.
Vlinder.
Yeah.
Even that one says okay.
Oh.
In Hungarian we say pillango.
Pillango. Okay. That sounds okay.
So Raul, what is your forecast for gold?
I will sit for it Sunday. We can share it in the Zoom meeting. I have no idea what it will do now. I expected a little bit in a more clear direction, but it's back on the level. It's the whole day.
It worked already the whole week.
I have to say, the last 2-3 times, I had the feeling. Normally, I don't do anything. I wait 15 minutes, as I said. I think the last 2-3 times the market started to move after 45 minutes in an hour. So
after high impact news.
Yes, that was not clear. Somehow a little bit mixed information. But I still think we have to go up first, clear some the big fall. What was it? Monday, Tuesday that we went down Monday.
Yes, it was right. The first trading day of 2022, which was a big surprise. I think everyone, people I spoke with, they didn't expect this kind of drop on the first trading day of 2021. I think it was
a pump. It was a pump and dump.
No, it's dump and pump.
But I'm expecting, still expecting we go to 1760 area.
1760, that's reasonable, and it lines up with multiple confluences, such as the -68. If you go to a higher time frame, again, you have other confirmations as well at that level.
I read also that people think we go to 1688 again.
So do you remember 1680 last year?
Yeah.
I had one trade exactly right here, 1680.
Yes.
And I was holding it probably around 1800s. I can't remember, but it was just ridiculous. It was thousands of pips, and I left at the end. I left like 0.01 lot, and it was still, I don't know, a couple of grand.
I had the trade from June till I had it open till the end of what was it? The start of July, I think.
It's a long. It's a lot of swap.
1900 from 1900 till 1760. With a
Wow.
two lot size was 90,000 US dollars.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well done. That's on your
I'm a
own
private
account.
account. Yes. They
You
are
can-
paying a part of the lake house from.
Nice. Oh, it's massaging the daily pivot again.
Did I say for 45 minutes?
Yeah, it is exactly 45 minutes.
I have some discussion with my daughter. She tried to trade the news fundamentals also, because swing trading was not what worked the last 2 months.
Absolutely
and I
not.
said first I said wait at least 15 minutes till a half hour, and we discussed that last month and the month before that it just start after 45 minutes and an hour, and now again not that much.
Yeah, it's good when the market clears out, and
Yep.
you know, when the weekends are shaking off. If you're good onto lower time frame, look at this candle right here.
Right.
It's 130 pips. It's not as big
Yeah.
as it used to be, like during NFP, but it's, look at this indecisiveness.
Yep. I talked today with Nauman, and I said every three the same information, read news with the same direction, then we trade. Do we have one
Really?
that has the
Are you
opposite?
helping him?
I have helping him with this challenge.
Like
I
personally,
tried to
you
help
do
him.
live trading with Norman?
No, not that, but with some advice. I tried to help him with the lot size risk calculation now. And
It's good. You're a good man, Raul.
yes, I want to succeed. He's already training for 5 years. We have to help him a little bit.
5 years.
Yeah, I understand.
But clearly he's doing something wrong. But it's not learning from the mistakes.
Over leveraged or discipline.
Yeah, but 5 years, come
I
on.
feel.
You should, if you're doing something consistently wrong for 5 years and you're not seeing any results, then, you know, you should change.
Yes, I think if nobody helps, point you what are your problems, point you every time what this is wrong. You have to be more in control with your risk management. Then
Yeah,
I
it's
think
true.
not everybody sees what they are.
Oh, sorry, Raul, I just muted you by accident.
Can anybody hear me?
Yes, Rayon.
So sorry, Raul. I hit the mute button by accident.
Yeah, I'd say not everybody has the possibility can analyze themselves, I think.
So you're
And
saying
trading
that
is, yes, someone
you're
has
saying
to help
that
them.
yeah, because they don't realize that they're doing something wrong.
Yes, but
it's like
not the competence at what do I wrong and what do I have to change.
It's similar when you got on public transport and you have smoke in your nose and you don't realize, but everyone else can see it.
Yeah, something like that. No, but not everybody has the capacity to. It's analyzing, put all the dots together. But I try. His problem is his risk management, and I discussed with him.
How old is
I don't know how old he is, but I like him. I want them to succeed.
I want everyone to succeed, but it's impossible
Yeah.
to help everyone. You
No,
know
no,
exactly.
no.
You know exactly. Like some people are just absolutely helpless.
Yeah, I agree. But that is what I have said. We discussed that before also. I say it once, I say it twice, and then I stop, then I quit.
Yeah.
So I pointed. You have to listen now. We tried once, but if you not listen, then you're on your own. So I think, I feel, I got a message while we had the news. It's mixed. We stay out, right? So he did it good today.
It's good.
But yeah, but it's easier with a bigger account also. If you have $200 account and you want to grow it, you have to make risk. It's almost impossible, I think. It is possible, but
Yeah, in trading you need capital. There's no other way around.
no.
I mean,
With money,
the
you
reason
make money.
the reason why brokers are so successful exactly because of the low budget traders who think that they can make consistently profitable good money with a $300 account or 500. Even 1,000 is not enough.
No.
I agree.
That's
They
why
have a saying, Raoul. When the student is ready, the master comes, or the teacher comes.
Is that so?
Yeah.
I'm too long away from Holland and Belgium. But nothing happens, guys.
No, it's slow motion. It's boring, NFP.
It's boring, yeah.
CPI would be better. Last time was also, there's much more movement on CPI than on NFP.
Yeah,
Well,
last time I fucked up on CPI. But yeah, I got stopped out, and then initially price went higher, but then it lined up with my fundamental analysis, and then it dropped a massive. But I got stopped out.
Yep. Shit happens. Shit happens.
No, I should have expected that, to be honest, because because the inflation was high, and I wasn't egoistic about my analysis, but I ignored the fact that most traders would jump onto the high inflation reading, and that's exactly what they did. But then they all got stopped out, because when the smart money comes in, the real economists, the real finance professionals, as the people I learned from, I worked with in big finance capital of the world in London, then they know exactly that inflation is just one thing, but then they started to sell gold, because they know exactly that the Fed is hawkish, very, very hawkish on gold. But anyway, lesson learned.
Oh, but shit happens. You make always mistakes. You don't keep your rules.
Perfect example of buy the news and sell the facts.
Yeah.
It's also to accept that we're human. We are not robots. We have emotions playing, and sometimes, you act in animal level. I learned that we have 5 stages, and the animal consciousness is action and reaction. So when you say something and you don't like it, you react immediately. That comes from an animal instinct.
I try to control it. Therefore, I always calculate my trades. That prevents me that not going. Oh, it looks like a nice trade. 2 lot sizes, stop loss. No.
Yes, Thomas, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Buddy.
That was it. Speak or silence forever.
What's up, Harry? Was it Harry?
Yeah.
I use the speaker headphone. I can hear your voice.
How can I help, Harry?
Yeah. How we use the iPad line?
Is it just my?
No,
I can't really hear you. Harry, can you just repeat what you said?
How we use a pivot point? Raul pivot point.
I'm not sure if I understood it. I think
Something with support. Something with support.
Pivot point.
Okay. So did you say support? Write in the Zoom chat or Telegram, so I can read it, because I think there's something with your mic. I cannot really pick up the words. Oh, you even said it in the chat. You have a problem with the audio.
Yeah.
How do you use properly the pivot point? I'm going to make a video about the pivot points, but you have to go to the website, to the learning portal, go to weekly webinars, and the man himself, Raul G.
Who the fuck is that?
Raul G, the man himself, took the effort and spent his time, his valuable time as a senior manager to one of the biggest companies in the world. He spent his time to share his knowledge on pivot points, and it's on the AlphaFX website. So watch it. It's full of wisdom and knowledge. I'll give you the link.
But I still have the feeling you can have a strategy. Everybody has his strategy, what fits the best for him. You have to find it yourself.
Indeed.
But you succeed with discipline, rules, and risk management. That's the key for every trader, and that's my opinion.
Yeah, like some people trade with indicators, some people trade with moon cycles, and all sort of crazy things. Some people throw darts at the chart, and then that's how they trade. Some people use price action. You find the one that suits you.
Yep. No, I think are they waiting for the speaker?
No. I have some time to kill, so I thought, it's good to chat.
Yeah.
And
all the others,
sorry,
Thomas.
The more time I spend on YouTube, the more subscribers I have, and I want to reach 10K this year.
Good.
So people in YouTube, please smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and enable the bell notifications. Because I have 4,800, almost 4,900 subscribers, and I want to reach 5,000 first and then 10,000. It would be nice to reach 10,000 first, but it's not gonna happen. So please share my channel, support my work. If you get any value out of the videos, I'm gonna start doing the weekly videos again, because I've been just doing live streams recently, and I've done a lot of weekly videos. So if you get any value out of the videos, please consider subscribing to the channel and sharing it to others. Thank you.
It helps also to get new members in the group, I noticed.
Yeah, but you know, I stopped the monthly membership because we had some scammers coming into the group, and so I stopped the monthly, and I'm not planning to do discount now. Hello?
Did anything happen? Hear me?
Hello?
Listening.
Yeah, did anything happen to NFT or any impact?
Did NFP had any impact?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's low. It's lowered my blood pressure. That's the only impact it had. Because I'm staring at the chart for like 1 hour and nothing happening, so I'm falling asleep.
You get square eyes, you say.
Yeah.
Thomas, is it not better that you have first 5K, then 10K, then 10K, and then 5K?
Yes, that was a joke.
Yeah, I made 10K the week after 5K.
Okay, so Arshan Siddiq in YouTube asking, how many confirmations need to get in a trade? Kind of guide.
Good question.
It's a very good question. Excellent question, because at least you recognize that the importance of confirmations, that we're not just jumping into trades because, oh, buy, sell. Usually I have 3 to 4 confirmations, sometimes 5, 6. But how many confirmations do you guys have in the Zoom chat?
At least 3. And I would like to see 4 sometimes.
To go for a sell.
Buy or sell, yeah, any. But how many confirmations do you usually wait for before you enter a trade?
I like 3 minimum. Yeah, 3.
Yeah, I think that's very reasonable.
At this moment, I would say probability more to a sell, as we are in a currently bearish trend. So the trend is your friend. Rule number 1.
Wow, that is some real wisdom, some proper street knowledge, market knowledge. Sorry, not street.
The only thing I have sometimes is, okay, trend is your friend, but at some stage it will reverse. Then that current trend is no longer your friend.
Indeed.
So that is a little bit tricky to see where is that reversal point. Where can you see? Yeah, you can see it with a trend line if you draw it correctly.
So I just sent some explanation about if you missed the entry from this level. I posted the analysis into the group chat.
Yes. I see in YouTube that your friend Tom Smith is present also. What a nice guy.
Yeah, he commented, but that was like an hour ago. He said
Tuan Guru.
3 days
Every-
ahead, wala negative point na sila na. Marang sorry.
I see you're a fake guru, Thomas.
Yeah, Tom Smith said in the YouTube stream chat, bro, you're a fake guru. Any real pro trader knows trading on these time frames is just trading noise. There is no real volatility. What time frame?
But
I mean, I was looking at
this trade was not from the wait, that non-paper what is it? NPF, the news. It was a trade from this morning.
Yeah, but you know, it's difficult to please everyone. So there's gonna be idiots coming to the YouTube stream and start sharing their wisdom, their knowledge, and you know, just their opinion. Feel free to share it, but not on my platform. If they show me their trading account, I will consider speaking with them, but I don't really care about them.
There is a question in YouTube if you use a moving average, Thomas.
I don't. Sometimes I do look at it. I used to use the 200 moving average when I was a prop trader, but we trade the stocks. Stocks move brilliantly with 200 moving average and indices. I do look at sometimes the moving averages, so I use EMAs, not the smoothed ones, because if I scalp, I do use EMAs, 2 of them, a slow and a fast moving average. To answer your question.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
It's so quiet. It's good for my heart.
Yeah, it's good that we can have some chit chat.
We get stressless in the weekend.
Yeah, sliding into the weekend.
Yep.
I fancy some whiskey or some hard drink.
No, that time I had not hard drinking anymore.
Tomorrow morning, no Zoom call.
On Saturday morning, absolutely not.
No wake up call. I put my
No.
wake up call this morning. I was like, damn it, could have been
Oh
longer.
yeah, because my
Yeah.
internet provider and the local electricity provider, they both of them scheduled maintenance at the same time, exactly because you know they didn't want to disturb, because in the apartment block where I live now, so many people working from home, so they decided to put together the maintenance work. So there was no internet, no Wi-Fi, nothing for hours. So it wasn't good. I didn't read the notification board at the entrance, and I realized in the morning that no electricity and no internet in the morning.
But it's good. 9 o'clock, the Zoom.
Yeah, absolutely. I like it.
I get earlier in my bed now.
Just because of the 8 a.m. Zoom calls.
Yeah, I don't want to miss it, but also because there's many times I see when London opens, just before it's at a very good entry point. So most of the time your best entries are just at the open of London.
I agree.
Same.
Oh, GU is pushing up again, retesting 61.80.
And now I just say, okay, when I have reached my target, if there are no trades, I don't trade anymore. And if I reach my target, then I also call it a day. Because otherwise I'm from morning till late midnight, all the time on charts, analyzing.
The best traders, Pascal, watch the charts only 3 hours a day max.
Yeah, but not in the beginning when they learned. I think they were 24 hours on their trades.
Yeah.
You have to learn, eh? And once your eye is trained, then it's like learning a sport. In the beginning, I see that a lot with golf players. In the beginning, I was like 7 on. That was my first home. I was every day there from morning till evening. Didn't do anything else. Really obsessed in doing that to improve. I wanted to get better, to get that handicap better. And then after so many years, now I see that in the winter I don't play. I will start again February. And it's a little bit warmer, but I'm no longer standing there in the rain and when it's really, the circumstances are bad. I'm like, no way, Jose, I will not stand there. Unless I'm in a competition, that's something else.
You still play competition, Pascal?
Yes, we're gonna start, I start my training, generally in February, I start to train again. So I'm ready for the season. Season starts in April. And then we first have national competitions. I have been captain for more than 10 years. First ladies 2 and now the first team. We had many wins, also some losses. And it's like trading. You never know in advance what it will be.
Oh.
Keeping up the emotions really stable. I remember on a competition like that one time, my friends were laughing with me. And I hit my first ball and it was just water just in front of me. And I hit it inside. And the second day I did exactly the same thing. And then I said, if I do that again, I will buy you a bottle of champagne. There's no way I cannot hit over it. But I was so tense, so much nerves I had. That, yeah.
Hello, beautiful. Who are you? What's your name? So can you repeat that? What's your name?
Yeah, Thomas, it's my little kid who wants to say hello to you.
Oh, hello. What's your name?
Ibrahim. Ibrahim.
Ibrahim. Nice to meet you, Ibrahim.
Wow.
Very nice. Can you say Fibonacci?
No.
Or take profit?
Can you say Fibonacci?
No, maybe a couple of years.
Buy or sell.
Yeah, buy or sell. Buy or sell. Bye. Don't listen to Daddy. Don't listen to Daddy. To sell. Don't listen to him.
Daddy influence you, Ibrahim.
Yeah.
Ibrahim, where's the market going? Is it going up or down?
Up and down.
It's going up and down.
Good analysis start.
Amazing. It's professional. One of the best analysis I've heard this year.
Better than the ones you get on Instagram.
Buy gold also.
Yeah. Up or down. It's seriously summarized up the whole Forex market.
Yeah.
It's brilliant. Oh God,
Great.
You made my day, Ibrahim. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Thomas.
You're welcome. You get a free membership when you're ready. Message me.
Say thank you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I can't wait to have kids soon.
then Thomas, you will not have time for us.
True.
It's Nightmare on Elm Street.
No, I just have to make the baby. I don't have to do anything with it. Him, her. I'm adding the value.
So while you're on the Zoom, the run-up says, "Daddy, daddy."
Nah. I'm going to lock the door.
Thomas, do you hear what Spider-Man says? Or the Uncle Ben says? With great power comes great responsibility.
Indeed. Indeed. That's very true. Sadly, I don't have great power. So I don't have responsibilities.
Well, to make a baby, you need a great power, Thomas.
Oh yeah, definitely. But you know, that's it's. I don't even have to mention that, you know, kids are responsibilities. So, of course, if anyone decides to have a baby, it's a lifetime decision. So, it's important that they look after. And the reason why I want to have not just one kid, more kids, like 2, 3, or even 4, but when I become an old fart and you know, I get dementia, they're going to look after me, so it's a good investment.
If they want to do that, they could lock you somewhere.
Oh, they have to, otherwise they're not gonna get the money. The inheritance, come on, they have to. It's gonna be in a contract. They have to look after me.
If you are insane, you don't know.
Thomas, if you're suffering from dementia, they can take over your property, Thomas.
Right, it's
Pascal.
a really slow market today, so I think I'm gonna call it a day. It's been almost 2 hours. Do you guys know exactly what to do? I send the analysis into the Telegram group chat. I don't expect much movement today, but we'll see. Anyway, question is, should we have a Sunday Zoom or let's have the Monday morning? Because we have a Monday morning anyway, so there's no point having two. So it's gonna be either Sunday or Monday morning.
Sunday seems good to have a good preparation for the week.
I vote Monday.
I also, because I think it's good to see what,
because market changes. Analysis, you could do your analysis on Sunday, but then it all depends on how market opens on a Monday.
Yep.
Okay.
I agree.
Yeah, you've gone through the Asian session by then, so it's good. It's a good starting point. I think Monday.
Okay.
Monday morning, even I vote for.
So the people have decided we're going to have no more Sunday Zoom calls. We're going to have Monday Zoom calls because we're gonna do morning briefing anyway, every weekday when I have internet and electricity, and I don't, you know, oversleep. So yeah, let's meet 8 o'clock Monday. And I wish you guys a relaxing weekend, profitable trading day.
Thank you. You too.
Yeah.
Thomas, sorry.
Okay, guys. Have a good weekend.
The same, guys.
Thank
See you later.
Have a good weekend, everyone. Bye bye.
Hello, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye bye. Okay, people of YouTube, thank you so much for tuning in. Today market was quite disappointing. I mean, NFP, if you look at the NFP data, it was worse than expected, which I wasn't expecting, to be honest, because December is historically a really good month in terms of employment. Many short-term permanent temporary jobs are being permanent jobs are being taken. Temporary jobs being taken. So this worse than expected number is it was a surprise. And on the other hand, you had the unemployment number, which was a really good number, so better than expected. So unemployment decreased, and that's exactly what you see on the market right now. Because of this indecisiveness, market participants cannot really do anything with these two data. So I think they're waiting for the Fed. Especially there's one of the voting members is going to have a speech now at around 4 o'clock Central European time. So listen what they have to say, because I think that is going to move the market. So I wish you a good weekend, guys. See you next week. This is the Alpha FX.